Hey guys, my name is Chris McDread, and today we have 10 reasons why the hair breaks off from here. So last time we talked about 10 reasons why the hair breaks off from the shaft. Now we're gonna talk about the root. The first common reason why the hair breaks from the root is balding, both in men and women, and most people don't know that it's the women that carry the balding gene pool. The balding gene is in the feminine side of humans and is passed on to the male via the feminine. So my mother's father doesn't have a balding possibility, and that's why my hairline is up here. So the second reason why hair breaks off from the root is postpartum shedding. If you had a baby, there's a likelihood that, especially on these corners, a lot of women experience shedding and their locks break off. If you go onto Instagram, you'll find one of my videos that is trending, and it was a lady that I was doing her hair, and her whole front was affected because she had a baby. She had two babies back to back, and so a lot of shedding happened in the front of her hair. And so you can expect that it's not all women that go through that. Some women don't go through that at all. Some women have actually a fullness of hair when they have a baby. So that's another thing. The third reason why people's front especially starts to break off is stress. I know, it sounds very weird, but it's stress. And the points that I'm speaking are points that I know from experience. I didn't read in a book, or I didn't see somebody's video and then came and made another video of the same kind. I just thought about why the reasons that I've seen people, my clients, shed hair, and stress is a major factor. What kind of stress? Emotional stress. I remember this lady who, doesn't matter, I was the only one who was doing her hair, but her hair just wouldn't comply. It kept on coming off from the roots, and I was like, something is wrong in your life. What is it? And she was kind enough to explain to me what was happening, and I told her to quit her job and go home, and that's exactly what she did, because her hair wasn't recovering. And yes, I've seen, and one of my clients also had a problem with the relationship, and yeah, he was being told the baby is his, and he wasn't certain the baby was his. That situation stressed his hair out so bad that they were all just breaking off. They were just breaking off. Another one is students write about exam. University students especially write about exam. I've seen that a lot of times, where students go through an exam, they're expected to pass to, go to the next level or something like that. And when they come to get their hair done, I'm like, what happened to your hair? What were you doing? They're like, nothing. I just did exactly what you told me to do. It's been 3 months. And I look at the hair and I'm like, we can't do your hair right now because it's already breaking. Give it another 3 months so that there can be enough growth so I can reattach them with crocheting. Like, okay, so stress is something that you need to look at in your life, what is causing your hair to break. And it doesn't matter who's fixing it. You can blame your loctician, but if you don't fix your stress triggers, it's still gonna cause your hair to break. And at that moment when you know you lost your job, or you're going through a breakup, that's a time not to do your hair. That's a time to give your hair a break, because it's gonna be affected. Another reason why, hair breaks is over-twisting. Yes, over-twisting, too tight. Like you go to a stylist and he twists it too tight, or interlock it too tight. Interlocking is not supposed to be painful. You're not supposed to live there looking like this, you're stretched out. Interlocking is not supposed to be painful. It's itchy when it's being done, like it's uncomfortable, but it's not painful after it's done. You can be able to wash your hair immediately, and you can be able to sleep. It shouldn't be like braiding, like you feel like, I can't even touch my head. It means the person who's interlocking you does not understand interlocking properly. And also over twisting it consistently every 3 weeks. You want to get your hair twisted every 3 weeks. You want to look slick. I said this before. Locks are supposed to be nothing but slick, and anything but slick. You're supposed to look this natural. I woke up like this. that's the beauty of adorning this hair. It's supposed to look as natural as possible. So stop over twisting every 3 weeks. It's too much. Give your hair a break and then wash your hair in between your maintenances. If you're going every 4 weeks, wash your hair in between. You don't have to get washed every time you go to the salon. Wash it after 2 weeks. Let your hair breathe. Let the fullness come back on. And another reason why, so over twisting and too much, another reason is too tight styles. Yeah, styles. You style it every time you want to do a barrel draw, 2-strand twist, braids, and it's too tight. It's going to cause your front especially to thin. As simple a style as holding on to pushing it as a ponytail. When you ponytail, every time you're ponytailing, you bring it down, you ponytail it, you bring it down, you ponytail it all through the day, you're going to cause your hair to break. Leave your hair alone. Leave your hair alone. Another reason that causes hair to break, on the top especially, is under twisting. I know I said over twisting and now I'm saying under twisting. Yes, you can't just go 6 months without getting your hair done. What do you expect is gonna happen? It's gonna break because the weight is heavy. It needs some tenderness. So you have to maintain a consistent regimen when you're getting your hair done. Consistency is key in anything in life, in fitness, in relationships, in your hair, in brushing your teeth, in studying, in meditation, in doing yoga. Anything in life is about consistency. Maintain a consistency. So another reason why people hair breaks their hair, especially on the front I'm talking about, is covering it too much. You have a do-rag or you have a dread sock and you're always wearing it. It's gonna break in the front. Your scalp is not breathing. I remember I had this client who consistently, her front was always thin, and I was like, this is not on me. And so I said to her, don't get your hair done for the next 5 months. Let's see what happens. It was still the same. And then I was like, how often do you wear this dread cup that you always wear? It's like all the time. I'm like, exactly. So you'll keep it and see how fast you will bald. So if you're always covering your hair consistently all the time, spending all day with a covering, or all night with a covering because you're trying to protect your hair, that's gonna cause it to thin, especially in the front. So keep that in mind. Another reason, which is quite interesting, is over touching. People like to keep touching the hair, keep touching it. You're gonna break your hair because you're consistently scratching your hair. Leave your hair alone. Treat your hair the way you treat your shoulders. How often do you touch your shoulders? Not often, exactly. Leave your hair alone. People like to touch the hair too much and then it starts to thin out. Have you ever seen a cat? A cat, I don't know where you're from, how you pronounce a meow. Let me see that. Have you ever seen a meow that grows up with children, a small little kitten that grows up with children? The fur is always funny looking, like it's been rained on. Why? Because kids are always touching. That's what your hair looks like when you're consistently touching without any proper reason to be touching it. Well, another reason why hair breaks is lack of vitamin D. Yes. If you're not taking sufficient vitamin D, if you're not going out in the sun enough, you can expect to start seeing balding spots on top of your head especially. Start taking your minerals, start taking your vitamins. Watch your diet carefully. It's very important that you eat a very good diet. Don't eat something that you know you're not supposed to be eating. I'm not here to tell you which diet to follow. Your conscience knows what diet you should be following. I've tried probably every diet in the book just to see what works with my body and what doesn't. And I know people say, oh, CMOS is good. I live in the central part of Africa, in the equator. I have never seen CMOS in my entire life. I'm not expecting my body to like it. Broccoli, people like broccoli. I didn't see broccoli until I was an adult. So some of those things are not in my diet. Why? Because they've never been in my diet. I stay as close to my ancestral diet as possible because those people lived long enough to know what they were doing. And so I try and stay as close to my ancestral diet as possible. And that's what I advise people. Find as close as you can come to your great-grandfather's diet because that's what's good for your body. Yeah, so that's what I said, lack of vitamin D, especially. Start taking supplementation. Last but not least, another cause of thinning is sickness. If you fall ill, you probably will experience some thinning. If you have alopecia, there's nothing much you can do about it. You can embrace it or just walk through it. Just walk through it. That's all you can do. There's nothing much you can do when you're sick. But your hair is gonna be affected, and so when you know that, you can prevent it or slow down the shedding process by your diet, especially, and ensuring you stay healthy. Okay, so if I left any of the reasons out as to why hair thins out, please put it in the comment section. Click the subscribe button. I always forget to say that. Follow me on Instagram. I'm always having some really interesting stuff on Instagram. I promise you that. Follow me on Instagram and see every day. Like today's Muscle Monday, so I'm gonna be talking about fitness. Yesterday was Spiritual Sunday. Tomorrow is Tribal Tuesday. So I have things that I talk about, and I like Instagram because it's a 1 minute, 3 minute video. So, and the same what I'm doing here. I don't need to edit here. I need to put music, cut here, cut there. It's a lot of work. I don't have time for all that. So I try to do one video and try as much as possible, have as minimal mistakes as possible, because I'm not gonna repeat it again. Like just one and then click, cut, put some music, paste, end of conversation. But in Instagram, I don't need to do all that. I just need to speak and post, end of conversation. So thank you for watching, and like I said, comment if I left any reason out. I know there are more reasons out there, and also comment and let me know what you want me to talk about so I can feed you what you want to see. And yeah, that's just about it. So peace out.